Maz and Yaz, the Maz and Yaz show. Give them a big hand. They're going to talk to us about a new group new Connect group starting up. Welcome back from Scotland, eh?
Yeah, I didn't find a man, sorry. I've got little dot points, otherwise I'll waffle. So the first thing I want to say is one of the things that I'm really grateful and thank the Lord for is just how he led me through years of being a single mum. He was amazing. The church and the support that I had, and just miracles really that had happened through my years as a single mum compared to being in the world. And I have done this group before with a bunch of ladies and found it was really successful. And I was saying to a friend of mine the other day, I just feel like I'm not sort of doing any ministry. And she said, oh, you're looking after the grandkids. I said, yeah, but I can do more than that. And she said, well, what do you really want to do? And I said, well, I think one thing I was successful with was being an encouragement to the single mums. And she said, well, just pray about it. And then Yasmin came along and said, I really feel to, you know how it goes. And this is why we're up here today. So we want to look at all the unique challenges that single mums face, encourage each other. And we've got guest speakers. We've got Pastor Rod lined up as our first speaker. And not the first time we have the meeting.
It's going to take us.
Going to take us fishing. And just being able to connect with each other. We've all got something really in common. And I think 30 years of being in the church, I've sort of got a good flavour and feeling for how we do things around here. And so that's what we're going to do, is just our first day will just be getting together, discussing what we want to do, where we're going to have it. And it's at 2 p.m. next Saturday at the Lions Park.
Great. And I just wanted to add to what Maz has said and acknowledge the solo dads out there as well, because there are a few that have spoken to me about that. It is a double-edged coin. It's a two-sided coin, a double-edged sword. And if you feel there's a need for you to talk about this, any of the pastors are happy to talk to you about this, but we're just starting this with what we've got so far and seeing. And this group is starting because of women in similar situations but through very different circumstances, being able to come together and just be able to talk to each other heart to heart without feeling like judgment or isolation. But most importantly, we want to encourage and lift each other up in the word of the Lord, such as the word, love God with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, because this is often what we can do as solo mums and solo parents as well. And also, lastly, to explore the life-giving examples in the Bible, such as Naomi, who's a powerhouse of faith, and not just faith, of obedient faith. And even in her bitterness, she still obeys God in the processes that he requires. And Naomi kind of actually reminds me of Maz, because Naomi wasn't old, I reckon, but Naomi is like Maz. She's been a solo mum, she's been a solo grandmother, and now had to be a solo mum again to her grandchildren. And in all of this, she doesn't lose her faith and her strength in God. Like Naomi, even in her self-confessed bitterness, she doesn't lose her strength in God. She doesn't lose her position in God, and that's really, really important. Yeah. Thank you.
So see the girls, I think they've got some handouts. If you would like to go along to that would be great. Just see them after the service.